Many thanks for joining us on Press TV 254 Punchline. It will be a one-on-one WrestleMania. And inside the Punchline ring is me, of course, your host, Crescent Oma, without the punch gloves. And I'll be going head-to-head, eyebrow to eyebrow, with one of the most powerful students in the Multimedia University, President Sheldon Washa. So stay with us. Welcome, President Sheldon.
Thank you so much, Clement.
And actually, it is our honor being with you here. It is great. It is a privilege for us hosting you and accepting our invitation. So these are Punchline. Welcome to Punchline. And just going to my first question, maybe in brief, who is President Sheldon Washa?
Okay, first let me start by introducing myself. I'm Sheldon Washa Nangabo, the current president of Multimedia University of Kenya. I'm pursuing civil engineering. I'm a fourth-year student. Now, should I say about my personality or what? Sheldon Washa is a person who loves socializing. I love helping people and exploring the new things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, being the president of the Multimedia University, what does it mean to you?
Okay, for me it means a lot because it has been my dream to be the president of this institution since I joined. And I believe by the end of my reign I should leave a legacy. Yeah, I believe through that at least I'll have touched students' life because it was my aspiration and even my dream.
You talked of legacy.
Yes.
Do you think you have delivered to the people of Multimedia University, or do you think you haven't delivered to this point? And if you have delivered, what are some of the achievements you can brag of?
Yeah, first I'll say my government is delivering. Despite our time limit is very short because we are in office for 1 year, and you get in a span of 1 year, balancing all these things is kind of difficult. But while I was campaigning with my team, we were genuine to the students because we had 3 big agendas to deliver, and one of them was security. We were supposed to review our constitution, and the last one we were to do MOOCs offices whereby students and student leaders can have their privacy while solving the students' issues.
Okay, Mr. President, no man is perfect. What do you think was among your manifesto that to this point in time you haven't offered?
Well, so far so good. We've delivered, I can say, 2 agendas. One of them we've done MOOCs offices already. 2, we are working on the issue to do with security. As I speak right now, we have a police post in the institution to curb the insecurity issues along the Bangla perimeter. Also, we are working on project to do with security lights along the perimeter wall. I believe through this one, it will help to solve this insecurity issue. Now, you asked about maybe let's say the things that we promised and that we didn't deliver. That is true. Of course, as comrades, we are facing a lot of challenges, and we'll get at a point that comrades maybe things to do with sanitation, which it was part of our manifesto, but in reality, you see, sanitation is something to do with day-to-day activity whereby you can get maybe a worker was supposed to clean maybe in hostel A, maybe he's sick, he has not turned up for his duty well, so it's something that was supposed to make a follow-up. I think those are now the little things as leaders we are facing.
A good leader is that person who sits down and comes up with some of the loopholes or mistakes done by the former leader of the former cabinet. Have you identified some of the loopholes in the former regime that you have worked on?
Yeah, actually, my government have really worked hard because the previous government that we took after, it had a lot of loopholes. you can get like in the previous government, you could get like you will rarely find student leaders around. And like in my government, I've encouraged my team to be around at least, because we were elected to serve these students. And you can get most of the student leaders, after being elected, maybe they go and stay in Rongai, they forget about student issues. So me and my government have really encouraged the student leaders to be around so that they can help their fellow students.
So still with the achievements, and you've just mentioned some of them, there has been a strike, though a peaceful strike, during your regime. Do you see this as a dark spot in your white cloth of achievements?
I can't say it is a dark spot because actually there was this policy that was introduced to do about the fee payment, and I believe it was a harsh policy to the students because there's no way students can clear their school fees 2 months prior to the examinations time. So and you see, actually these policies they should be made, they should be reframed in a way that they should facilitate our stay in this institution to be worthwhile. So that I think the management actually they were enforcing their policies that was depriving our let's say maybe our academic excellence, because if that policy will be implemented, then a lot of students would have deferred or even drop out of the school. When you compare with the economic times, actually they are very hard.
All right. So a human person needs time for refreshment. So how do you strike a balance between the leadership role, your academics, and your own personal time?
Okay, well, as a leader, you must have principles, and you must work on ensuring like your principles, you follow them to the letter. So as a leader, you must have a diary book where you record, like where you plan your events. For example, like tomorrow, you plan maybe from this time to this time you'll be in class, from this time to this time you'll be helping students here and there. So I believe through that one, you will be able to strike a balance in between. So actually that has been my program. I've been working that way.
So moving ahead, Mr. President, you lead people from different tribes, right? How has your cabinet managed to bring unity in diversity by transcending from this local, primitive and tribalistic way of ruling to a level of ruling which is characterized by one leadership voice for everyone, not basing on any tribe's background?
Yeah, true. Actually, while I was campaigning, I'm a person who I'm really against these things to do the tribalism, because no one chooses where to be born, unless maybe you are born as a Maasai or a Kikuyu. Okay, well and good, now you are Kikuyu, you are supposed to find your space in out. But it's so unfortunate that we get maybe there are some people limiting others because of their tribe or background. So in a way of curbing that one, like the way you've heard that you are reviewing our constitution, and amongst those articles that were supposed to review in our constitution, it touches on something to do with a region balance, whereby people will be vying as a team, and in that team, actually like as a country, the team should have among the positions, they should strike a balance in all the regions in country. Let's say you have northern region, western and eastern, even the coastal region. So in that team, it should accommodate at least everybody. Then amongst the leaders, I think it is in every meeting that we normally have, I always remind them there's nothing like to do with the racism or tribalism, because remember, like this problem, when you're faced with the problems, they don't choose the tribe you are from or something of sort. The
drought problem is to everyone in Kenya. The hunger problem is to everyone in Kenya. So away from that, the cabinet is a bridge between the students and the administration. So has your cabinet at any point faced some cracks to a level that the students' voice couldn't reach to the administration and vice versa?
Well, As student leaders, actually, there's a lot of challenges we do face because it reaches a point where you are an enemy of both the administration and the students. Where, let's say, maybe there is an issue to do with maybe insecurity. So the students think that we are not pushing the agenda. While the administration, while we are pushing the agenda, they always assume the student leader they are enemies. They normally purport comrades. They are violent people. They are people who don't reason. You see, that's so unfortunate. So me and my team, we are pushing hard because in my team, in my government, these are the people elected by the students, and they are actually their leaders. They are leaders of choice. If you look, if you can have a look during our inauguration, students were very happy when we were being sworn in. So in my team, we are really pushing, and what I can promise you, by the end of next year, by the end of our reign, all our agendas that we promised will have delivered.
All right. So moving ahead, Multimedia University of Kenya is one of the best media universities in the country and in the region. What makes it to be one of the best that maybe if you mention it, even a student elsewhere who wants to pursue media studies will get that interest to join Multimedia University?
Actually, Multimedia, we offer standard. We don't offer anything else more than standard. So we prefer the quality that we give to our students. And as you say that Multimedia, we say innovation. We are riding on innovation technology. So as you can check in the field, our students that are doing good, especially in the field of media. And I can say if you go to the ground, things are okay. Students, I think they're being given the quality they want.
All right. So, Mr. President, being a president in such a big institution lays a firm foundation, a firm political foundation for a person's future. You are the president at the moment. So, where do you see yourself politically in 5 years' time from now?
Well, about the future, we hope things will be okay. Of course, I love leadership and also have those aspirations to join the nationwide leadership. And actually also my dream still remains. I hope one day at a time I'll once vie to be the president of this country, that is Kenya. I know it will take time. So okay, when you have a goal or an aspiration, you should get all the necessary materials and the equipment to achieve that goal. So okay, well, there's a difference between campus politics and national politics. So I believe within a span of 5 years I'll be there to be mentored, to learn more and to know what is necessary for you maybe to cling in those positions. But I'm very optimistic one day I'll be in a position somewhere to serve the citizens of this country.
Babu, as I think we know, if I'm not wrong, he was a president in the university and he's doing well in politics. Maybe is he your role model, or just to be direct, who is your role model?
Well, Babu is called Paul Ongili. Okay, times are changing. The way politics are being done, they're changing. And actually nowadays we talk of politics of ideology. When you compare 90s, there it was politics of, I can say, hooliganism and goonship, of which nowadays people want to hear your ideology. What are you presenting to us? Is not that maybe how many strike can you cause. And I'm a little believer in non-violence. I believe in negotiations because whenever there's violence, of course there is repercussions. Let's say when you talk of things to do with strikes, these are risks people normally take because it is an exchange of the normal citizens, maybe, and the police officers, whereby the police officers are armed, they normally have tear gas, and you never know what can happen. But I believe when people come on negotiation table, we can get an amicable solution. So actually my role model is the current governor of Nairobi,
Wow,
Johnson Sakaja.
Yeah.
I love the way he do his campaign, the way he carry out his leadership, and his motto was let's make Nairobi work, and I'm very optimistic Nairobi is going to work for the residents, for his constituents.
So have you ever met him, or do you have any plans of meeting the governor of Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja?
Yes, actually I've met him twice. That was during his campaign, but after being sworn in, I've not yet met him, but I'm eager to meet him so that at least he can know there is a young student leader who is looking up to him.
All right. So my last question: there is a young man or a young lady watching us. What advice can you give him or her, more so this young lady or this young man who has ambition of being a political leader?
Well, you must know what are your ambitions, what are your likes. If really you love about if you want to be in this leadership arena, first you must be goal oriented. You must know what you want, and actually with the leadership you are dealing with people, so you must understand whom you are dealing with, what do they want, because politics are very dynamic. There's a scenario where people want just sweet words. There's a scenario where people want your help. There is a scenario whereby people want just to be with you. Not even they don't want anything but just
that
your
presence.
That's all. So that's all I can advise about the young person who want to venture in leadership or something of sort.
So to finalize, where can you be found in social media platforms?
Well, so me, I'm a person who don't love cloud. So I'm a cool guy. I'm very humble. But I have my contact on social media. I use my official name, Sheldon Angabo, alias Washa. And actually, most of people don't think Washa is a nickname. No, Washa is my third name.
Wow.
Yes. So
I even never knew that.
Angabo.
So, Mr. President, it has been actually a pleasure having you on Chris TV 254 Punchline, and we continue on behalf of Chris TV 254. I continue to wish you God's blessings and peace in your regime here in the university, and also prosperity in the outside politics after you are done with your academics here. You had a dream, and you still have the dream of being the President of the Republic of Kenya, and may that dream come to actualization when the right time comes.
Amen.
So to you, our viewer, it has also been brilliant having you with us on Chris TV 254 Punchline. I have been your host, Crescent Oma, and I was in company of the President of Multimedia University, Sheldon Washa. So until next time, goodbye for now.